Shalom, this is Kapaya, aka Pops out of GMS Chicago, with another sit down. Before I get started, though, like always, I want to send all praises, honor, and glory out to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Kodash, to the apostles and elders of GMS out of New York. I want to send double honors because they do rule well. To the brethren around the world, pushing this truth uncut, unfiltered, giving you the good, the bad, and the ugly, declaring the scriptures as they need to be declared in truth and sincerity and with clarity, giving you the outcome of the world before it happens according to the scriptures, and the future of the people that's going to be that's on this planet as we speak. Okay, let me see. Trying to find some scriptures real quick. Okay. This is in response to, this is actually an add-on to the brother Twin out of Dallas. It came up as one of the orders as far as reading or listening to the scripture. And let me find it. This one here, Yakia put it in, it's protect your neck. And I listened to it and I got quite, I should say, and the brother is correct, you got to protect your neck, or as they say, your eyes and your ears are the portals to inside your spirit. So you got to protect those. You got to, be aware of what you're exposing it to. Be aware of, in the process of you exposing it, the effect that it can have on you, and what things you have to do to counter whatever negative effects that it may have. There's so much wickedness out here that this is why you got to stay yourself in the scriptures and keep your mind in the scriptures as well. It ain't just about the reading part. It's about the gathering of the understanding and the application to it to your daily walk that help keep you grounded in the process of. Okay, because there's a lot of stuff out here that can twist you up, take you away, and have you messed up. And that's going all the way back into the Garden of Eden and Eve being in the transgression. So I'm just going to put some scriptures to this to have it make sense. Like I said, going all the way back to the beginning in Genesis, it happened. So let me show you, what was the situation. Genesis 2 and 17. Genesis 2 and 17. But of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil thou shalt not eat of it, for in the day that thou eatest thou shalt surely die. And Yahweh power said, it is not good that man should be alone. I will make him a helpmeet. So he had told Adam about not being able to eat or fuck with this dude, which was the serpent at that time. Adam knew it. Okay? And so that's why Adam wasn't the one that transgressed the law. It was Eve, because it was a knowledge of good and evil. At that point in time, all Adam knew was the knowledge of good. He didn't understand evil. Okay? But let me see. Let me back that up with this, because it said a tree, right? So let's go here. 17 and 24. And of all the trees of the field shall know that I, Yahweh, have brought thee down. The high trees have exalted, the low trees have dried up, the green trees have made a dry tree to flourish. I, Yahweh, have spoken, and it shall be done. Okay, let me actually, okay, hold on, let me see here. Let me see if I need to start up. Okay. Okay, I'm going to start at 23. In the mountain of the height of Israel will I plant it, and it shall bring forth boughs, and shall bear fruit, and be godly cedar, and under it shall dwell all fowls, and every wing in the shadow of the branches there shall they dwell. And all trees of the field shall know that I, Yahweh, have brought down the high trees. What are the high trees? The people, the governments, the whole deal. Okay? And have exalted the low tree. Okay, so who's the low trees? That'll be the Israelites today. Have dried up the green tree, the wealth of the rich here in America and around the world, as they know. Green pastures. That's wealth to a farmer. Okay, that means his cattle go get a chance to get fat and be a profit for him. A profit, not profit as in speaking, but profit as in when he sell it, they go be worth something because he had a chance to take them to a green field and let them eat. Okay, and have made the dry tree to flourish, and that's speaking back to the dry bones of Ezekiel. Okay, the flesh being put back on, okay, which is this knowledge of the scriptures broken down the correct way. The knowledge is putting the spirit back on Israel to know who they are, to understand their place in history, to understand their place in this world, and that everything was created for them, okay, including the people. It said, ask of me of the heathen for an inheritance. Okay? So, and made the dry tree to flourish. So that's what he's doing now. He's starting to make us to flourish. Why? Because we started to know who we are. And then that and pushing his word out, the sinew and the bones, the sinew and the meat, and the understanding is coming back, and the breath of life is coming back into the Israelite. And in the process, that's making the curses transfer over to the Edomites, as it was written. Okay? And I have made the dry tree to flourish. I, Yahweh, have spoken, and it have been done. So it's being done even as we speak. Okay? But this knowledge is what this is about. Okay? And the references that is used under. Trees being one of them. People being one of them. Okay? Nebuchadnezzar was that when Daniel was breaking down his dream, it was that of a tree and a statue, okay, and all these things. Let me see. Let me go back here and check this out again and make sure I got this right. Judges 9 and 8. Okay, see, because how can trees go forth and ask for a king? But this is what it's actually saying in Judges 9 and 8. The trees went forth on a time to anoint a king over them, and they said unto the olive tree, reign, thou over us. So how can a tree do that? It can't, but it's referencing people now. So that's why I said the tree of knowledge of good and evil was this serpent that had knowledge of good and evil. Okay, the evil was if you disobey what Yahweh Bashem Yahushua said, or if you disobey what the law that Yahweh had given down, then you would die. Okay, so this tree of knowledge that was passed on and now is in scripture form written on tablets for us to study and show ourselves approved with is just that. So protecting your neck is you protect your neck by being in these scriptures and applying them. Not just reading them, but applying them. Okay? That's how you protect your neck. Okay? And let's see. Daniel. Like I said, in Daniel, he did the same thing. He broke that down. 4:20. The tree that thou sawest which grew and was strong, whose height reached unto the heaven, and the sight thereof of all the earth, whose leaves were fair, and the fruit thereof much, and it was meat for all, under which the beasts of the field dwelt, and upon branches, and fowls of the heaven had their inhabitation. It is thou, O King, thou art grown and become strong, for thy greatness is grown, and the reacheth unto the heaven, and thy dominion to the ends of the earth. So like I said, Daniel broke this down, and it was applied as a tree. So protecting your neck is knowing how to deal with this knowledge. Okay? And there's plenty of metaphors and similitudes and comparisons that the scriptures use, and you got to be spiritual to be able to understand and tap into that and be able to explain it right and break it down right. Okay, so and then and apply it to yourself. So you have to protect your neck, as the brother was saying, and keep yourself away from a lot of bullshit in the process. Okay, we have to know about bullshit. We have to learn bullshit so we can know where the cuts are at on it, but not the folly of trying to partake in it. So that's all I'm here to add on to, is like the brother said, you got to protect your neck. You got to protect your gateways and understand, know how to protect them, how to compensate when you put that dirt in, how to wash it, how to wash your mind clean, and have that knowledge that you have picked up in the dirt to use when you need to be able to use it when somebody come up with bullshit to your camp, on your comment page, whatever it might be. So with that, I hope that is edifying for the elect to understand that we don't dip and dab just to dip and dab. We dip and dab using it to be able to combat the principalities that are in high places, which are these spirits that's going to come in different forms, whether it be the Illuminati or the 5%ers or the Masonics or whatever, the Kemet, whatever it might be. So I hope that's edifying. So I want to send all praise, honor, and glory again out to you. How about Shem Yahushua, Bashem Kakwadash, to the apostles and elders of GMS out of New York, to Buanas because they rule well, and to the brethren around the world pushing the truth uncut, unfiltered, giving you the good, the bad, and the ugly. That's in salutations. With that, Shalom and a bar.